Hi, my name is Olivia Yarbury. These are my three audience. First, I have my stepdad, and then I have my my middle sister Jocelyn, and then I have my other little sister Phoebe. This is my informative speech. Have you ever wondered how your favorite sport started and then how it got to the way that it is now? Mine is volleyball. Volleyball was originally named Mintonelle. The concept of volleyball began in Massachusetts in 1895. The great mind of this concept was William G. Morgan. William G. Morgan was a professor in physical education. William's inspiration came from tennis and basketball. Now, for a little concept, I want to tell you how the game is played. There's two teams, and each team has 6 players. The objective is to score points by hitting the ball on the opponent's side of the court, while preventing them to do the same on your side. Now, the skills that you need to have when you're playing volleyball, the first thing is serving, which is how the game gets started each time. Like after a point is scored or like when the game very begins, you have to serve to get the game started. Next is passing. When I did volleyball, passing, the way that you did passing was pretty important. Like you had to do it on this or like kind of right here, but you couldn't do it like this or up because if you did it anywhere in this little area, it would go back into your face. Next is setting. Setting, when I played volleyball again, my coach said that it was only for the people in the front. I don't know if that is how they do it in high school. I think I've seen it a couple times. Next is spiking. Spiking I also wasn't allowed to do. But I've watched a couple of games and I've seen a couple of high school games, and I know that spiking, they kind of just spike it down when the ball is kind of low, and they're able to jump and hit it down. And usually, most times I see it, it does get them the point because people aren't usually fast enough because the ball is just going straight down. Next is blocking. Blocking is you just kind of jump and then make sure that the ball doesn't get over if it's low enough. Blocking was codified into the rules in 1948. And then defending. Each teams are doing this, and defending is very important because obviously if you don't defend, then the other team can score a point and you'd obviously be behind. Now the rules of volleyball is you cannot catch the ball, you cannot throw the ball, like just grab it and throw it, you can't do that, and you cannot hold the ball. I don't know if I said that already. No net touching, you cannot touch the net. I think if you either hold, throw, or catch the ball or touch the net, the other team gets the point. And then the way that players rotate and let's say there's people on the bench, how they get a turn is by rotating clockwise. And then the main point of my speech is to talk about the changes of volleyball. First, I want to talk about the things that stayed the same. First is team of 6. It's always been a team of 6. Next is winner was best of 3 sets, which means you have to win 2 sets. So 2 sets are required to win. And then in 1920, it was established that each team was allowed to touch the ball a maximum of 3 times. I kind of want to elaborate on that. So basically, so you get 3 turns to catch the ball. But if let's say player 1, they hit the ball, and then they decide to hit the ball again, the other team would get a point because it's an illegal move. So the only way that a player can touch the ball more than once is, let's say they pass it to one of their players and then that player doesn't get it over the net, then that player 1 can go back and hit the ball, but they cannot hit the ball twice in a row. Next is in 1998, Coaches had more freedom to give their players instructions, and then the player libero was introduced, which is basically a person in the back, which, from my understanding, is the person who serves the best and the person that can dive and is just really good at getting the ball really quickly from the back. Then the point system changed. So at first it was 21 points to win, then it went to 25 points to win. And then in 2001, it went from side-out scoring to tally scoring. So side-out scoring was the person who served was the person to get the point, the team to get the point. And then when it went to tally scoring, it was basically just whoever hit the ball in the opponent's court to the floor, they would get the point. Then some other rules were on January 1st, 1995, new regulations were approved to introduce being able to hit the ball by any body part, including the feet. So if a ball was, I've only seen it like if a ball is coming too fast and they're not able to dive or get the ball in time, they just hit their foot so their teammates have enough advantage to go under the ball and then finally get it up so they can hit it over. But that is my speech. I got most of it from International Volleyball and KeepTheScore.com.